Hiza Guruma from guard. It makes perfect sense. I don't understand how I didn't see it before. So, do you remember when you first learned like the scissor sweep in jiu-jitsu, right? Do you remember when the guy would like really base out on his knees? Like his knees were really wide and you couldn't quite get him to tip over. And you would take your foot down from his hip or wherever it was and you put it on his knee and you'd push on his knee while you did the scissor sweep and then you would complete it that way. That's the Hiza Guruma. And that's so obvious that that can be done from guard in any kind of guard or open guard. And I just don't know why I didn't put that together, right? I mean, just because you're hitting it when the guy's on his knees doesn't mean you can't hit it when he's not on his knees, as long as you're getting the weight balance right. So you can do that anywhere from guard. And Craig Jones, what he does here, he sets it up like perfect, right? So we'll go back and look. So we've got this position where the guy is really loaded right now, more onto his our opponent's left leg, right? It's the leg on this side that he's loaded up on. So Craig, recognizing that, he's trying to pull this leg out and isolate it, right? So we'll go from here. So his weight's kind of evenly distributed, but Craig was already going down that path, so he's going to try to isolate this leg. Because it's evenly distributed, he's able to swim it out. And then the reaction to that, in order to swim that leg out and then repost it, now all of his weight is dedicated onto that leg. So Craig just goes with it, right? He just bites the leg and pulls him over that base. Ideally, as I mentioned, he'd want to be right at the knee with this, blocking at the knee, so that the guy couldn't just lift his leg and then reset his leg to reset his post. But because Craig is also just biting the leg completely, like he's actually biting it, so it's not going to be able to escape, it's the same, you're accomplishing the same goal. And then he'll just pull him easily over that base now to a sweep. And it's all done from that inside butterfly that he kind of works everything in his game from. But so easy, so simple. All right, so why is it important to look at this as Hiza Guruma and not just a variation of a scissor sweep? Let's talk about what is Hiza Guruma, right? In case you didn't know. I'm pulling my opponent forward and I'm getting him to take a step. So he's going to step this leg forward. Because I'm pulling him heavy on this side, he's going to step with this foot. What he's attempting to do, obviously, his base is getting pulled forward. So he's taking a step to reset his base and plant his foot down. And as that foot takes that step, I simply block at the knee and I pull him over that fulcrum, right? And I get my awesome judo throw. So the reason this is important, and we want to look at it, understand it this way, and hunt for it this way when we're on the attack in a guard, is because the scissor sweep is done where I have my opponent like down on their knees with their base really low and static, and then I load them onto my legs and scissor my legs, which turns their body open. So I'm taking all of them onto me, right? I'm loading them onto my legs and then throwing them over. And it's to the side more than it is forward. Hiza Guruma, because it's a forward throw and I'm pulling them, I can hit it from anywhere. They don't have to be down on their knees with their base set. I don't have to fully load their weight onto me. I can catch them in the step. I can catch them in that moment. So they can be up on their feet. They can be moving around. They can have one knee up and one knee up and one knee down. And I'm kind of catching them in that movement. And that's why it's going to be everywhere. And that's why it's important, right? I'm pulling them, off balancing them. And in that moment where they reset and try to reset their base, that's when I block the knee and I pull them over it. So that's why this is important to look at it this way, because like it's more everywhere. It's more in the scramble. It's more in while they're trying to pass your guard that you're going to be able to hit it, as opposed to where they're static and down on their knees. I don't know. I'm excited to start trying it. Easy to do, easy to perform. That's pretty much it. Quick Mindspark. All right, so let's make our notes. That's something else I just started working on. New one. We got. All right. So we got Hiza Guruma from open guard, loading the weight onto that side, biting the leg when you can't get to the knee, and as a counter to pulling the leg out for isolation. All right, that's it for this one. See it on the mats. Slenderman out.